On 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. So let's take a look at the starters for Albuquerque. Howard is out there with Rodman. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then it's George. And it's Duncan in at the center position. And for San Antonio, they've got Tony Parker. Duncan is out there with Bowen. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Ginobili in at the shooting guard position.
All right.
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Now Parker, Duncan outside. And the pass to Muhammad. Ginobili up top, covered by Duncan. Ginobili the pass to Muhammad. No good on that one. Excellent D there from George. Here's Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Parker against Wilkins. Sent back by Wilkins. Right side, George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Ginobili with the ball. George picks him up. First quarter of play. 1 minute played. San Antonio again missing. Duncan outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. How about that shot? Not exactly something showing up for the coaching staff.
Wing shot on the way. A nice shot by George.
That's a tough shot for a lot of people, but PG makes it look easy.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Ginobili. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Howard kicks to Rodman. Parker against Wilkins. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque.
Here we go.
Here's Duncan. Rebounded by Bowen.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Parker. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Parker's got his second basket of the game.
And that's the unselfish play of Tim Duncan. Without much effort, he finds his open teammate for a good look and the bucket.
Fades and shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
All new players now for Albuquerque. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. No good from Duncan. Here's Hill. Pass to Green. Over Ginobili. Shot's good by Green.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And the basket by Ginobili.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here we go. Get
now here's Hill. Over Bowen. Back to Harper. Over Parker. Harper, no good. Here are the Spurs with the ball. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
No. Pick.
Here's Udrich. Reed covering. Udrich dishes to Rose. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Hill.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. Udrich finds Johnson.
Really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. Some changes for Albuquerque. Roy's checked in for Hill. King comes in for Green. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Ron Harper. Here's Roy. Here's King. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
He's a terrific two-guard, Roy, with tremendous court vision.
Here's Barry. The dish to Johnson. King with the block. Over Johnson. And again, it's Albuquerque. San Antonio trails by 5. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's blocked. They recover it. Here's Udrich, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Second free throw, no good. Albuquerque leading by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent Barry picks one up.
And what I like about King, he doesn't try to get flashy or fancy. He only cares about being effective. And he goes out there and just takes care of business. And in the end, the points just pile up. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Udrich for the 3. San Antonio again missing. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Albuquerque out in front as they end the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And so in the game for Albuquerque, King is out there with Arenas. Then it's Roy, and it's Reed, and it's Howard in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Oh, easy 2 points from Bowen. You don't need a ton of offense from Bruce. He makes his impact defensively.
Now, here is Reed. Howard in the post. Outside Roy. Shot clock at 6. Goes up again. Robinson pulls it in. San Antonio trails by 4. And it's Glover missing. Here's King, and there's...
Oh, man. Nasty. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
And that's the explosive ability of King. He's going to go out there in attack mode, always playing the game at full throttle. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Parker's shot is off. Albuquerque leading by 4. Here's Howard. With the stuff.
Dwight Howard, one of the biggest targets in transition. You can't allow him to get where he wants to go without resistance.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Wilkins is checked in for Gilbert Arenas. San Antonio calls timeout.
Start it.
A different look now for San Antonio. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Robinson, and it's Johnson in for Bowen. And Albuquerque also making a change. Duncan, he's checked in for Howard.
Watch it!
Here we go. Attack. Here we go.
Ginobili outside.
Good luck. Let's get a good shot.
Parker against Wilkins. Parker kicks to Ginobili.
I'm here. I'm back here.
Back door!
The floater. King with the block, and he gets it back. Ginobili. That's good.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And the dunk by Reed.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for the Spurs. 6-point game. From 11 feet away, uses the glass to drop it in. Ginobili's got 8 points. And Albuquerque with the possession. Wilkins with the ball. Guarded now by Duncan. Over Muhammad. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Kings got the lead up to 6 now for Albuquerque.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So and here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. The coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. So, guys, the courtside administrator. Has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violation. So a good use of the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility for these sorts of plays around the rim, it seems impossible now to imagine not having replay review. This time it works. They reverse the call, and I think that's a good thing for all parties.
And here is Parker. Dominique Wilkins gets 3 to go.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
Here's Reed. It's Wilkins on the wing, covered by Parker. Wilkins' shot is off. San Antonio trails by 7. Tries again. King with the block. Here's Reed. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Ginobili.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Albuquerque.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Oh, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rose, he's checked in for Muhammad. Ori comes in for Johnson. Barry's checked in for Ginobili.
No way.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Grant Hill finishing the drive with some thunder. When he's moving at full speed, boy, it looks like he can fly.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Barry. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Harper driving inside. It's hauled in by Duncan.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, I love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. And Albuquerque leads by 7.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. "19 seconds left in the first half. Arenas, good.
And Arenas always prepared to strike from anywhere, and that definitely includes the mid-range.
And he gets the bucket. Parker's got 6.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Outside Wilkins. Tries it from 19. And again, it's Albuquerque.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And so it's Albuquerque. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Albuquerque leading by 9. Parker out there with Ginobili. Then there's Hazi Muhammad. Then it's Bowen. And it's Duncan in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. Duncan, it's good from about 19 feet. Duncan's got the first points of the second half here for Albuquerque. Wilkins against Parker. He feeds it to Duncan. Off with the layup. And so here's Albuquerque. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Second shot opportunity. They get it again from deep three-point territory. The shot by Wilkins, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Passes it to Arenas. Here's Duncan. That's good, and it's Arenas with the assist. Arenas has got 3 assists now in this one.
Duncan with that innate ability to shoot the basketball.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Albuquerque making a change here. George is checked in. A little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Hey, I'll get
Duncan
yours,
with
I'll get
it,
yours.
and it's Howard picking him up. Duncan, the pass to Muhammad. Over Duncan. Muhammad, no good.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And here's Rodman outside. Duncan grabs the rebound. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Ginobili, banked in off the glass. 12 points for Ginobili.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Shoots it up. Rodman's shot is off. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 11.
Known as a tough defender, George, so good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Manu. Booming.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Ginobili with the ball. George picks him up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Ginobili. Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's George. Duncan, the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
And PG just springing to the rim.
George has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Parker. There's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Parker's got 8 points.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Arenas with the assist. 6 points for Paul George.
And you can tell Arenas just has that ability as a distributor. He can pick out the ready shooter and get them the rock.
Here's Johnson. No good that time. Good D by Howard.
Duncan.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
1:43 left in the third quarter of the game. Parker against Arenas. Releases from 15. Parker's shot is off. Albuquerque leading by 13.
Hey, Rodman.
Here's George. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
So both teams changing it up here. Harper against Parker.
Timeout.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Start it.
Rose, he's checked in for the Spurs. Barry comes in for Johnson. Duncan, he's checked in for Albuquerque. Rodman comes in for Jalen Green. That's in, and the Albuquerque lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Rose.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And that one's good. Parker's got 10 points.
Parker can't just dominate inside. He has to rely on gracefulness.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
Go.
And Parker, here we go. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. It's George on the wing. 10 points for him. Out to Duncan. Back to Howard. Another shot. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Or he's checked in for Robinson.
Get on Parker.
Parker up top. He's guarded by Harper. Parker against Harper. Parker's shot is off.
I'm open right here.
Right side George. Over Barry. Misses.
Hey, look here.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Al. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for Albuquerque, Rodman is out there with Howard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Harper. And it's Duncan in at the center.
Hey, yo, Parker. Bowen.
Oh, that's all that.
Harper against Parker. He kicks to Duncan. Clock at 6. Pass to Ori.
Switch.
Oh, awesome defense. Rodman moving his feet, incredibly strong for his size, and just does a great job of getting into the heads of the opponent.
San Antonio trails by 16. Here's Duncan. Rebound by Albuquerque. Rodman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Duncan outside. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Shot from free throw range. They get it back.
That's PG with that size, those long arms, able to get in there for a second chance.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th.
Go.
Parker passes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Good D by Howard.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Go.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The pass to Parker.
Tim.
Lob pass to Duncan. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Get it.
And Rodman gets it to go. San Antonio trails by 20.
Go.
Here's Parker.
Get through. Who got ball?
Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by Albuquerque. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rebound by Parker.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys. Not the fancy stuff. Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. Some changes for Albuquerque. Reedy's checked in for Duncan. Roy comes in for Rodman. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Ron Harper. Here's Arenas. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Bowen, good.
And Bowen is selective when it comes to shooting, but they're showing some assertiveness inside.
Reed. Here's Howard. Arenas up top. Covered by the rebound by the Spurs. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Albuquerque?
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
Well, you also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition, and they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Bernard King.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Parker.
Parker.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Parker. Looking to get back on track here. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And 12 points for Parker.
And the play becomes so much easier with Parker pulling off moves like they're a true master at handling the rock.
Inside. Outside for Arenas.
Hey, yo, right here.
Over Parker. Arenas, good. And Albuquerque leads by 13.
And such creativity from Arenas. Some of the ball handling moves he pulls out are just unguardable.
Parker passes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Outside Arenas. There's the triple. Throws it from outside.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Duncan kicks to Parker. Kept alive, Mohammed, and it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back. This is impressive, bro.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. It's a 13-point game.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Now, here is George. Defense is right there. Here's Arenas. Back to George.
Howard.
6 to shoot. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Yeah, just not going to get too cute with it here. Get the ball to PG and let PG cook.
Ginobili the pass to Parker. Releases. And it falls over the rim and in.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
And so Albuquerque takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a...
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. And giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. The starters for Albuquerque. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Duncan in at the 5.
Here we
and
go.
for the Bucks, as always, it's Middleton and Giannis at the forward spots. Allday and DiVincenzo man the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's King.
Hey, come on, man. Who got the ball?
Rebound by Middleton.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Harper.
Hey.
Jump from the wing offline. Shoots. Here's Antetokounmpo. Howard with some nice D.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
The shot comes out. Good D by Antetokounmpo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Middleton with it. And another miss by Milwaukee. After his rookie year, Clark, Chris Middleton got traded to... Are you kidding me? Wow!
Man, he's as impressive an athlete as you'll find at his size. Dwight Howard utilizing that mobility to get through the heart of the defense.
Now here's Allday. Knocks it loose. And they're pushing it up.
Get going.
And they're on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor, covering up so much ground with those long strides.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Howard with a block.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Pass to King. Second chance shot. And that one's good.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Teague's checked in. So Albuquerque going with an almost entirely new group here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lopez for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Albuquerque leading by 6. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. A minute 58 left in the first. Milwaukee making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Diakite comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Tucker is subbed in for Middleton. Now here's Tucker. George with the block.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
Here's Reed. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Come around.
Here's Wilkins. And he buries his first look. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Norris checked in for Milwaukee. Connaughton comes in for DiVincenzo. Milwaukee trails by 12. Here's Tucker. With the take, controls the rebound and the putback.
Hard to exceed Portis's level of energy. I mean, he just doesn't seem to ever stop.
Here's Wilkins. Milwaukee with a rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Here's Tucker. Wilkins with a rebound. Albuquerque leading by 10. Here's Reed. It goes. Jam that one home.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
3 on 3. Here's George. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Go, set up!
And here's Teague. Roy pulls it in.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what we've seen from Albuquerque so far, what's your take?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And Albuquerque looking at who they've got. We've got Paul George, and it's Wilkins, and it's the 2-guard. Count it.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Here's Holiday. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Reed with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Arenas. Here's Reed. It's good. Off the back rim and in. Reed's got 6.
Well, it's always good to see Arenas moving the ball like that. It really helps tie the offense together when he does.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Holiday. Albuquerque making a switch here. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And it's Merrill who clears it away.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Buries it from 3.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Arenas.
Boy, packing a punch with that throwdown. Arenas has some serious bounce.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Middleton. Ooh, nice D from George. And so George will bring it up for Albuquerque. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throws of this game.
Really hard not to respect the tremendous impact Garnett has on both ends of the floor. He plays with tremendous intensity in all situations and never gives you less than 100% effort.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Drew Holiday comes in for Merrill. Hill, he's checked in for Albuquerque. Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Antetokounmpo finds Antetokounmpo. That's tipped.
Hey, Middleton!
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Here's Hill. Lots of room. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Allday really is a soft-spoken guy on and off the court. Leads by example, is extremely reliable and talented, and his teammates have great respect for him because of it.
Green's checked in for George. Here's Wilkins. They get it back. Second shot opportunity.
Come get it.
DiVincenzo against Green. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't have much room to get his shot off either. Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
Albuquerque leading by 17. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the shot is good on the assist by Allday. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Giannis has added the mid-range game to his arsenal, and he's very effective from there.
Shot's good by Hill.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Milwaukee making some changes. Bobby Portis has checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Connaughton in for Middleton. Pass to Portis. There's the drive. It's blocked.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
On the attack, Green.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Allday looking for an opening. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Wilkins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee making some changes. Tucker comes in for DiVincenzo. And Teague subbed in for Drew Allday. There's 49 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Rodman. Shoots over Portis. Rodman, no good. Milwaukee trails by 19.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside Teague. Tucker, the pass to Teague. Driving in. Soft touch off the glass. Teague's got his first bucket in this one.
And, you know, you like seeing Jeff Teague flip the switch. I mean, he's a shifty guard that usually makes pretty strong, sharp cuts.
Duncan falls back and drains a fadeaway J.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Tucker, no good. And so it's Albuquerque out in front by... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Middleton and Giannis, the longtime forward duo. Allday and DiVincenzo man the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. And here's Albuquerque now. Albuquerque leading by 19. Here's Roy driving to the basket, and then he packs it down right over Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Slashing inside with major assertiveness. Roy, a big-time problem when he's getting to the rim like that.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Lopez with it, and Howard picks him up defensively. Now here's Allday.
Pick coming.
And Reed pulls it down. Howard, the pass to George. Over Middleton. And George gets it to go on the assist by Howard. George has got 8.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
Here's George. Sails the wide-open jumper. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Brandon Roy with the lovely dish.
Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here's Milwaukee. Now DiVincenzo. Still no points. Pass to Roy. Back to George. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's something Arenas does really well, finding angles and avenues on his way to the rack.
DiVincenzo with it. And here's Allday to the middle. Here's Lopez. It's good.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's George. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this.
Allday passes to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. George with the block. It's 2-on-1. Here's Reed. And he dunks it down.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Allday. Antetokounmpo against George. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Howard grabs the miss. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They're on a 12-4 run. Over to the wing. Pass to Roy. Over Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Middleton.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going upwards.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen. Arenas setting up teammates. What a great pass.
Reed's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Allday. And Allday powers it home.
They respond immediately with as much power as possible.
Man, you talk about a heavyweight battle. Both teams landing blows here.
And, guys, I hope they keep it up just like this. Let's see some more end-to-end action.
One shot.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Inside. Here's Teague. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Teague's got 5 points.
The super fast release of Jeff Teague is incredibly lethal. catch-and-shoot player. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, this guy is torching them. And so far, their defense hasn't responded.
And here's Milwaukee now.
Kick it out, kick it out.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter here. Out to Portis. Here's Tucker. Yet to see a basket. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Second chance effort. Arenas with the bucket. Arenas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Go.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim.
Oh, wow. Come on.
And, you know, some of the sequences and plays that George pulls off, just amazing when you consider how good this guy is, particularly handling the ball now.
Teague goes in, uses the glass on the layup. Teague's got 9.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Drives to the... Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
He's been shooting with great consistency today. Love to see that confident play on offense. He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Albuquerque, and he's recorded his season high in points and hopes to add on as the game continues. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Albuquerque leading by 23. And Albuquerque looking at who they've got. They've got Jalen Green. And it's Harper in at the 1 spot. Green, the pass to Harper. Beyond the arc.
You got it.
He can't hit that time. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he makes both free throws. Now here's Allday. Pass to Lopez. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the... And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
Timeout. As much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved. Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And Lopez drops them both.
And, you know, Lopez has such a likable personality and way about him. Just a good-spirited guy, and it's one of the reasons his teammates enjoy playing with him.
And it's Green missing. Milwaukee trails by 21. Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Back to Middleton. Again. Oh, Green with a block. And he gets it back. Outside Holiday. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Well, that assertive, confident attitude. I mean, Holiday knew as the pass was coming his way that he was going to catch it and let it go quickly.
Antetokounmpo up top. Guarded by Reed. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez.
Hey, yo, right
Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Green, good on the bucket.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Outside Holiday.
Come on, man, take that.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Watch out now. Lopez crashing in to put it home.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Albuquerque leading by 17.
Go.
Here's Harper. Pass to Rodman.
Come get it.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that on Chris Middleton.
Rodman ever ready to put his body on the line. He doesn't care about the contact as long as he draws the foul.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee.
Timeout.
Trailing by 19. Timeout called. Milwaukee. For three, DiVincenzo on target from range. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Pass to Duncan. Fader on the way. King, the pass to Duncan. Shoots over Lopez. And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Put it back.
No good that time.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Albuquerque leading by 16. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Pass to King.
No.
He shoots over DiVincenzo.
You got it. Come on.
Here's King. Shoots over
You
DiVincenzo.
got it. Come on.
Harper passes to King. Here's Duncan. And at last, they get one to fall.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Rodman. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Look out now. The Worm said, I'm not staying on the ground. I'm taking flight.
Milwaukee trails by 20. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Holiday passes to DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. Blocked. They get it back. Blocked again. Middleton from the outside.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
From 18 feet away, a nice shot by Duncan.
stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
King, the pass to Duncan. Shoots over Lopez. Pass to King. Here's Duncan. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
You know, that shot is virtually automatic for Duncan. I mean, he's extremely dependable in that mid-range area.
Out to the right wing. And here's Lopez from the arc. Harper pulls it in.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Takes a 3. They get it back. Pass to Garnett. Here's Harper. Another shot. And he gets that one.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
So Albuquerque wins it. Boy, this crowd...
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. We've got Dandridge. Robertson is out there with McLaughlin. Then it's Kareem, and it's Smith, and it's the power forward. And for Albuquerque, they've got Howard. Paul George is out there with Wilkins. Then it's Rodman. And it's Duncan in at the center, locking down the middle.
And the painted area.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And the Milwaukee starting five. And for Albuquerque, we've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Malone in at the 2.
Who's got Gray?
Here's Robertson.
Get out on Dandridge!
To the paint. Here's Smith. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Yao. Shot blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Bogut. Puts it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the right.
And with the sting, but finish too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Garnett, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Obama. Here's Dandridge. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. Here's Robertson. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by Garnett. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Markkanen. He takes it in. 4-3.
Grab that!
And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Dandridge. It's guarded by Markkanen. From the high post. Dandridge can't get it to go.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
From about 16, no good off the glass.
As usual, he's laser focused on defense. That's a nice shot contest.
Yeah, that's good discipline to stay attached and alter the shot.
Here's Garnett. Pass to Bogut. And that one drops.
Timeout.
Bogut's gotten his second bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Robertson. Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Dandridge passes to McLaughlin. Pass to Dandridge. Here's Robertson. He shoots it. Another miss by Milwaukee. And they're on the run. And, yep, it's good. Bogut's got 6 points.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's McLaughlin. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Malone. Offensive rebound. Here's Yao. Yes, on the jumper.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Pass to McLaughlin. Smith, left side.
Watch the pin. Don't get free.
5 on the clock. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And that one's good. Marketing.
A gifted scorer. You know, this team trusts Markkanen's shot selection and offensive initiative.
Pass to Smith, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Albuquerque.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Come to me. Shut up.
No mistake. Slam dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Allen.
Balance it out.
The 11-footer. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Here he goes. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Milwaukee trails by 8.
Down three. You got him.
Here's Dandridge. No points yet.
Turn down. Use that. Anywhere.
It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And so it's Albuquerque, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And another area of strength has been their offensive rebounding, converting a lot of those second chances.
We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Kemp in at the 3, the small forward, and for the Bucks.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
Set it up.
Here's Dandridge. Pass to Allen.
I got your help.
Shot clock at 6. The 15-footer. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. Reed's checked in for Albuquerque.
Oscar. No threes for
Here's McLaughlin. Connects from downtown.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Howard's shot's good.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbounds. Well done.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. Tipped away. Takes it in. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Milwaukee trails by 7. And it's Cunningham missing. Here's Wilkins.
And the foul.
Can't hit from in close.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Pass to Robertson.
Right here. Turn down. Use that.
Now Cunningham. McLaughlin passes to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Allen's gotten 4 this quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team effort.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Allen on the wing. Pass to Cunningham. Excellent D there from Reed.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Bucks. They trail by 7. Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's McLaughlin. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Albuquerque leading by 7. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Robertson. And he banks in the layup. Robertson's got his second basket of the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Bogut, the pass to Duncan. Here's Bogut. Pass to Duncan.
Yo, move around.
We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Here's Ajinça. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Milwaukee trails by 7. Allen in the high post.
Hey, right here.
Smith outside. Back to Allen. Here's Robertson.
Come on.
Robertson's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Up top, Reed. Pass to Ajinça. Here's Wilkins. Allen defending.
Hey, swing it. Reed.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here's McLaughlin. In transition, here they come. Oh!
Wow!
And he jams it home with authority.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Robertson.
Who got ball?
And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. There's Bogut. Allen defending. Bogut, pass to Wilkins. Going inside. He pass it down.
That is incredible.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And so it's Albuquerque. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. And here's Albuquerque now. We've got Laurie Markkinen, and it's Malone in at the 2. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Here's Robertson. The putback.
Well, you have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
Albuquerque leading by 7. Now here's Reed. Pass to Ajinça. Up and over Smith. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Well, that's a high skill level shot that's difficult to contest. The turnaround was the right move there.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Albuquerque shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He hits the second from the line. Milwaukee trails by 10. Here's Robertson. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Aginta. Wing shot on the way. Kept alive. It's stolen. And here's Milwaukee now. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Dandridge. Started by Markkanen. Here's Smith. It's deflected. Here we go. Stripped it away. In transition, here they come. Here's McLaughlin. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. Sabonis, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Cunningham's checked in for Milwaukee. Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Here's Dandridge. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Yo, watch it.
Cunningham up top. Pass to Robertson.
Hey, who got ball?
And here's Smith. Guarded by Reed. Fades. To shoot. No good.
Come on.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Malone. Count that bucket. Malone's got 8 points.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Milwaukee trails by 14. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Smith no good.
Tremendous defensive effort, saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Now here's Reed. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. And it's good.
Shot's good.
Fought through contact. Hit the
Shot's
shot.
good.
And will go to
Shooting
the
one.
line. Albuquerque shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Albuquerque making a switch here. .157 left in the third quarter of the game.
Oscar, he'll light you up.
Here's Robertson. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Robertson. Clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Sabonis with some nice D.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Here's Robertson. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Well, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. That free throw no good. And the second free throw is good. A minute 15 left in the third quarter.
Watch Oscar!
Pass to Dandridge.
No threes for Bob! Switch!
Here's McLaughlin. He's got 5. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 5. Robertson, inside. The ball's knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Sabonis.
And one!
That one falls.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible. Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more, get him the ball, and let him build some momentum.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. They've got a 13-2 run going. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Dandridge, the rebound by Duncan. Albuquerque leading by 18. Here's Agenza. And he goes in for the dunk.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
Agenza's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Here's Robertson. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Sabonis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. One second left. That shot, no good. And so it's Albuquerque, ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Milwaukee now. So on the floor for Milwaukee. Here's Robertson. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And they recover it. Here's Agenza. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Dandridge. To the left wing. Here's Robertson. Money from the wing.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Albuquerque leading by 18. Pass to Agenza. Here's Malone. Here's Stoudemire. Covered by Smith. Here's Agenza. Out to the wing. Here's Stoudemire. Howard. The second chance points on the tip-in.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Here's Robertson. Deflected. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Dandridge can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
And here's Milwaukee now, trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And it's good. 2 points.
And great vision there to punish the double team. That was well executed.
And here's Albuquerque now, after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Pass to Garnett. To the middle. Here's Wilkins. 6 to shoot. Here's Agenza. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Timeout called. Milwaukee.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Here's Robertson.
Who's got Robertson?
Pass to McLaughlin.
Pick him in!
With the floater. The rebound by Markkanen.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Dandridge. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Pass to Duncan. Cash money on the open jump shot. Here's Robertson.
John!
Blocked! And they'll get another chance. That's good from Smith. Smith hits them both. Here's Bogut. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. "19-footer. Here's Duncan.
Hey, yo, Andrew!
That one a little long. Out to the right wing. McLaughlin passes to Allen. 1:21 left to play in the fourth quarter. The shot off that time. Albuquerque leading by 22.
Wilkins!
Here's Ajinça. Up and over Smith. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Here's McLaughlin.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Block. Side out. The first one falls. Albuquerque making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Both shots good from the strike. 58 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Duncan. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Allen outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
Here's Duncan. And the step-back jumper is good.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Now here's Allen. And the 18-footer right on the mark. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Markkanen, and the bucket is good.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area. That was just an awful decision. I mean, you have to keep the clock moving. There's no reason to foul there.
Well, both free throws good from Allen. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Malone. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible!
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. So Albuquerque wins it, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allday LaForce. Now, New York starting 5. And it's Reed in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Albuquerque, we've got Paul George, and it's Rodman in at the 3. Here's Wilkins. He drives in, and he can't jam it through. Down low. Here's Barnett. George with the block.
Known as a tough defender, George so good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Here's Frazier. DeBusschere passes to Barnett. Here's Frazier.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with Timmy roaming the rim.
George with the bucket.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Here's Frazier. From the high post. Here's Reed. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession. Finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Get going. Hey, yo, front it.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Duncan. Tries again. Connects. The jumper drops.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Inside. Here's Reed. Again. Fades back. Pass to DeBusschere. Reed inside.
Pick.
Here's Lucas. Right wing.
I see him. I got you.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Pass to Barnett.
Get it going.
Here's DeBusschere. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Reed. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Releases. Duncan, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And it's rejected. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You just got to be careful on defense with Duncan having the ball that close to the basket. He's so adept at picking up shooting fouls like he did there. A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Reed with it. He's against Howard. It's stolen by Howard. Wilkins, the pass to George.
Howard, come to me.
Here's Rodman. A step back shot. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Frazier. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Fires, high post. The putback. Paul George pulls down the board. Albuquerque leading by 4. Here's Rodman, guarded by Reed. Fires from the corner, and it's good for 2. 1:41 left in the opening quarter. DeBusschere. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Frazier, the pass to DeBusschere. Here's Lucas, guarded by Howard to the right side. Here's DeBusschere, up and in from the low block. DeBusschere's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
51 seconds left to play in the first. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Howard finds George. Goes back up. The rebound by DeBusschere. New York trails by 4. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Paul George. New York shooting their first free throws of the game. Albuquerque making a switch here. Harper's checked in. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Cuts off the pass. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Rackley passes to Monroe.
Hey, yo, right here.
Clock at 6. Top of the key. The shot no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Albuquerque out in front. They lead by 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what we've seen from Albuquerque so far, what's your take?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
We've got Green, and it's Harper in at the point. Yep, that one goes.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
And it's Green with the ball for Albuquerque. And for New York, we've got Jackson.
Oh, hey, how about that? That's impressive. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Monroe, the pass to Rackley. And Reed pulls it down. Albuquerque leading by 3. To the wing, right side. Here's Hill. Pass to Harper. Outside, Hill. Tries again, and the shot goes in.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
New York trails by 5. Here's Rackley.
Hey, yo, right here.
And rejected. Outside, Hill. And it's New York with a rebound.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
And that one good.
When you even sense a break, always a good idea to get it to your man up court.
Here's Hill.
Watch him.
Barnett with a rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Monroe's gone 2 of 4 shooting. Here's Harper. Still without a bucket. On the wing, Green. Green. Bradley grabs the board. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now a timeout called by New York.
Start it. Get on Frazier!
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Frazier, the pass to Mast.
Don't let him shoot that.
Here's Frazier. Baseline try. Count it. To the wing on the left. Pass to Roy. On the wing, Green. Bearing his second of 3 attempts. Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Frazier. Pulls up, high post. That one off the back iron and out.
Because of his quick reactions, he was able to stay with the opponent and contest the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Howard's checked in for Reed. Here's Howard, driving inside. Basket's good. And now a 3-point Albuquerque lead.
Well, it's impressive watching Dwight Howard and his skill with hhis size powering his way through the defense.
Pass to DeBuscher. 1:27 left in the second quarter. Here's Lucas. He gets it in there.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that. To see him give up in that situation.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Pass to Mast. And he buries his first look. 58 seconds left in the first half of this one. Garnett, that's good. New York trails by 3. Frazier, the pass to Bradley. Here's Frazier. Green covering. From the high post. They grab their own miss. Lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes a first. Reed's checked in for New York. And so he hits both. Now here's Green. And there's the drive. The focus from Green.
You know, all the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And New York has possession. They trail by 3. Here's Frazier. New York again can't hit. Going all the way to the rack.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets green like that, you got to look out.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Green.
Oh, that's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Ooh, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. From deep. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's... Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Here's Frazier. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Duncan in at the 4. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Here's Barnett. Pass to Frazier. Uncovered. And off the left side of the rim. It swirls in for him. Frazier's got 6 points. Albuquerque leading by 3. Here's Harper. He's scoreless. From 15 feet away, it's hauled in by Lucas. New York trails by 3. To the middle. Here's Reed. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Harper. Offensive rebound. The 3 ball.
Down low, Timmy, down low.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And they get it back. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
You know, Paul George really... a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends. So you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
George hits them both. Now a timeout called by New York.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
New York trails by 5. Here's Frazier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Frazier's got 4 points this quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Rodman's shot is good.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And that one's good. DeBusschere. DeBusschere's got 6.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Rodman. It's on target from the high post. Here's Barnett. Pass to Frazier. Here's Lucas. Draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
New York shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
Come get it, come get it.
Pass to Howard. Fade away.
Loose.
Outside, Hill. Out left to the wing. Reed passes to Hill. Here's Rodman. He has 6. Back to Hill.
Rodman.
Pass to Rodman. Here's Arenas. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Hill. There's the dunk. And that one is stuffed right through.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Here's Monroe. Lets it go from the wing. Rodman with a rebound. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Pulls up. Misses the jumper. New York trails by 7. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Ooh, Howard with a block.
That reach of Dwight Howard's is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Now Howard. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now it's an 11-point Albuquerque lead. Here's Monroe. It's stolen away. And they're running. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And so it's Albuquerque in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for the Knicks. And it's Reed in at the 5. Pass to DeBusschere. 6 on the shot clock.
Hey, mine.
Offensive board. Here's Reed. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. Albuquerque leading by 13.
Kick it out.
Here's Arenas.
Hey, I'll get the ball. I'll get yours.
Here's King.
Get the ball. Put it back.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Now a timeout called by New York.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to find out what New York's coach was going over with his guys. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Duncan. Misses the step-back jumper.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
New York trails by 15. Frazier, the pass to Reed.
Screen.
Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Paul George. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
And here's New York now. It's a 16-point game. Frazier, the pass to Barnett.
Watch Frazier at the arc.
19-footer. Got it.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in fourth.
What a nice attribute to have with your wing player being able to operate and control the offense. That's what PG can do.
New York trails by 16. Pass to Reed. Here's Frazier. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. First one falls for him. Hill, he's checked in for Albuquerque. And so he makes both from the line. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. George feels it out a bit. He takes it in. Barnett with a rebound. Up top, Reed. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed. Terrific anticipation. And the delivery on time, on target.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And he drops the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And Dwight Howard picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Frazier. There's the block. Here's George driving inside, and that one's good.
Timeout.
George has got 4 points this quarter.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Dwight Howard.
The incredible display of shooting, just absolutely pure out there tonight. I mean, really able to maintain a high percentage by picking and choosing solid shots, all while outsmarting and outworking the defense.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. The shot's good.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Outside, Hill. And there's a 3-second violation. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth. Frazier, the pass to Reed. Chalk up 2 there.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
And consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's George. And that one's long. And here's New York now. Down by 12. Here's DeBuscher. Check by Hill. Pass to Frazier. Here's Barnett. Here's Frazier. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. George, a deep 3. Misses there. So Albuquerque wins it. This one was a fun.
You